Welcome back to Orange Blossom on another episode of City Skylines 2. Last time out, we started to develop our city centre, or what will be our city centre. It was a big project. We saw our population almost double, so 5,000 growth, and this is a result of it. And all these buildings in, we started to get our skyscrapers, lots of medium density, but it got to the point where, one, I haven't unlocked level 10 yet, so I haven't got the high density office buildings, and also we run out of demand for both high density housing and medium density housing. So there's no point really continuing and zoning it all out because it just won't fill up. So we're going to need to expand a little bit. We're going to have to go in and develop our industrial area. We just need more jobs and we've got lots of demand for low density housing. So we're going to have to go in and put that into. So the plan is to extend out here this way. We're going to have some medium, some low density here, gradually layering down, and that's hopefully going to feed into our industrial area, which we're going to have along this area here as it gets a little bit more shallow, that coastline. And then we're going to extend over this way, maybe put in a cargo train yard here. What is it actually called? Cargo train terminal. So we're going to try and get that in somewhere along here, hopefully. We might even try and build it this way and then further extend out our industrial area along this way. So let's get this in first because I'm going to connect this up straight away and then we can start to build everything else around that. So let's get this tucked in. Oh, I don't know if I want it that tight because I could put some industrial buildings along here and have some little storage or build up some of our own storage zones down here. Okay, so let's get that in down here. That should be a starting block, and then we're going to go in and get a rough road layout in and roughly talk you through where I'm going to put each thing. So let's quickly get this railway connected up. So that's got a link straight in, and then we'll go in and get our road network done. So we've built our road network there for our little industrial area that we're going to put together. This is the kind of scope that I was looking for. We're going to have some industrial buildings along here. I'll show you what I'm looking to do in this area here. So we'll get our industrial areas here. We're going to quickly grab the zoning. I don't want it on that side road there. And we'll snap that on, take that off, and then we'll have it built all the way along here. And then coming off the back of those, so let's get in some of our small industrial area here, and we might have, or the plan is to have some smaller buildings, maybe spread them out a little bit. Yeah, that gives us one plot there. We can get, let's go for one that size. We are going to change up the sizes a little bit. We'll leave a little space there. And then put in some smaller plots like that. Cool. Yep, that is kind of come in. Perfect. Go for some medium ones there. I don't want this too close to the rail line. I think I'm going to have to go in and change that because I want to leave some space along the back. There we go. That leaves us a little bit of room. Yeah, I do want to leave a little bit of space along the back here for some storage containers, some things like that. A little bit like we've got here, but I'm going to have it running exactly along, so it's going to meet up nicely with our rail area here. So I'll go in and do that now. Let's quickly get rid of some of these trees that we don't need. They're just going to be a hindrance to start with. So that's great that we've started to satisfy some of our industrial demand there. So let's go in, select multiple trees, take all off, and then let's just start getting rid of some. We can always put these a little bit later if we need to. I think it's good to increase, especially when you're getting rid of them, increase that brush size up to 100. Just clear out all of these. Perfect. And then we're going to go in. I'm going to see what buildings we've got. Hopefully there's not too many chimney stacks. We're going to go for warehouses. I don't want to have to manually go in and put all our warehouses into this area. But the plan is, if we can grab our surfaces tool here and select the different surfaces that we want. I'm trying to think which one is close to this train surface here. Is it that one? That's very similar. What about asphalt too? I don't think it is quite that. No, that's definitely not right. Polished concrete. No, it's not that. Oh no, it's not that. That's mud. I don't actually know if we've got it, do we? Maybe we don't. We could go for some sort of concrete. How does this one look? That picture looks so much darker than it actually is. I think I might go with this one here then, which was the asphalt one. I think that looks better for what we're going to go for. So let's delete these out. And let's bring up our asphalt one, and we're going to carefully, maybe we'll start from here. And if we can use snapping to get this neatly along, even better. We're going to have to go in small increments just to make sure it neatly matches up. And we'll put that along to there, and then we're just going to have to go in and snap this to the side of all our buildings. There we go. So cool. That looks really, really good. What I might do in this middle plot that we've got here, this could be a great zone to get in our own little private parking. I think in the center would be pretty sweet. Oh, do we have enough room here for it though? Not quite. We need a 3 block gap. So what we will do, we will go in and delete this building. Once I select the right tool, mistake I keep making, and then just go and expand this out a little bit. There we go. And now we should have plenty of room for our parking area in here. There we go. That's pretty cool. I can polish that up a little bit later on. That's not a problem. I might even change the color, maybe overlap it with some darker concrete just to highlight a little bit and put some detailing in there. And I don't like here that this is not matched up to the building. I don't know why that hasn't snapped very well. I don't know if that's just the buildings outline, but let's go in and see if we can polish that up quickly. Right, that looks better already. That's pretty cool. We'll decide if we want to get rid of these little grass bits, or if we just put some trees in there, use Anarchy and just put some trees on top. That could be one of our solutions. Okay, so now we've got that in. We're gonna get some fencing around the outside, and we're gonna put it all the way along. Let's see if we can bring up some industrial fencing here. Which one would suit us? Maybe something like this. How does this look? That's quite good. I don't know if it's me, or if it looks a bit dark, or if it's the angle we've got it at. Not sure. What about fencing like this? Not sure. I think it's between those two. I think this one's going to be too low. I don't think you'd see a fence that size. So it's going to be between those two. Oh, what's this one here? That's an interesting one. Okay, yeah, it's definitely going to be between these two. And I think we go for this lower one here and have that running all the way along the back. I might have to touch this up so we've got no grassy area. So I'll jump in and do that quick. I'm just giving you all the headache spamming across the screen like that. We're going to jump in, do that quick. Okay, so let's go in and get our fencing area in all the way around the outside. We're going to go for this one here. I'll bring that all the way along. And hopefully this is going to hide this little gap we've got in the grass as well. And if this can snap all the way along, then even better. We might have to take a snapping tool off for this bit. And we'll try and get it all the way down the side here. And we're doing short intervals because I feel like we don't need to use the curve tool, but this allows us to follow the curve and be a little bit more accurate and save us a ton of time in doing so as well. That's it. We'll connect that up to the road there. That hopefully makes this all look like it's one big site. So I'm not going to get too fiddly and put some fencing all the way along there. We've got it along the back there. I think that looks really good. We've got our trains coming in. That's pretty sweet. Hopefully they're going into our cargo terminal now. I don't think I've seen a train go in here just yet, but hopefully it is working. And I quite like the little bridge that we put together. Oh, just about fits. Just about, but I think that looks pretty sweet. So let's go in along the back here and get some of our detailing in. So the first thing I do want to get in, if we go to our, I think it's called Find It tool here, we are going to quickly delete some of these buildings, see if we can get improved buildings in here. I don't know, are these smoke buildings? I'm not sure. Let's just delete them and try again. Okay, so let's go in, grab our tool here, let's search for container, see what it gives us. I know it gives us little piles of containers. It's a case of what size would we like to go for. Wow, that's a bit too much, I feel. Yeah, slightly too much. I don't know, do we have space for this one? I feel like they need to go along the back here, so that's definitely too much. Do we have, that's a large, what size is this one? This is a medium. Can we get a low one? That's more fitting. Cool. I can put these ones, let's spin it around so we can see the front, snug up to the back here. And we can put some little lines here, like people might go in and grab these. We can turn this one this way. Again, tuck this in the back corner. Sweet, we can put some tracks going in there. Depends how detailed I want to get really, because I might go in and put some lines in because we've got these cool little, let's bring it up here quick. You can use the little lines like this. Like if you want to draw a line here, bam, we've got a little line there. We can just imagine that the cars can drive in and get access to that. Yep, so let's get some individual containers as well. We're going to quickly just scatter these around a little bit. I think next to that, we'll back it up with some big trash containers as well. I think you would likely see some, or quite a few of these anyway, in your big industrial buildings. Okay, so we're in our industrial props here. We're going to have a look and see what we've got that we can use. It'll be great to get some barrels in here just scattered around. Again, we can back these up next to other props that we've got. Get a couple of these in. We'll just spread them out all around, see what it looks like. Do the same with the cable reels as well. We've also got some large crates that we can hopefully rotate around the right way, and then I don't think it really matters which way you put it. If we put it this way, so that imagine they're going to put their forklift in and grab it, and we can spread and put some of these in down the side. Let's try it with back-to-back mode. See how they look. Oh, there we go. That looks quite nice. I quite like those back-to-back. That is a good look. We can put then some down here as well. I think it's great to have these against the back of something like that. That looks pretty cool. They fit there nicely. What I would like to get though, if we can find it. Okay, that's a lot. That's a big building to put in. Something like that. Maybe scaled down slightly. Okay, that's not scaled down. So nor is that. I'm grabbing the worst buildings here. Something like this would be quite cool to put in. We put something like this over here. Nice. What do we think? Do you think that looks good? Does it make it look more industrial? Well, it does, except for the fact we've got one here as well. But I don't care. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna have to. Oh, what are the chances of that happening? We've got some of these as well, but again, we've got some right there. But we could put maybe one over here. So I'm just trying to fill in this space and make it look really cool. Let's go down. We've got some open pallets. We could get some of these in. Again, we will line these back to back though. And yeah, we'll go back to back mode. And I might just have a little area here. Maybe one of our smaller areas that we've got. Let's go for here, where we just have them like lined up. Right, this is where all the pallets get stored for this industrial area. There we go, sweet. Portable toilet, I think that would be quite fitting, but realistically, I don't think that's going to get used. Do we want any safety cones? Whenever there's a need for safety cones, I say whenever there's a need, we could make a need, that is for sure. I definitely feel like we could make a need for some safety cones here, even if we just go in. Oh, you're right, we could line them up a little bit. Something like that. That looks cool. Makes it look like they're gonna drive in down there. So you could grab your, go in and grab our decals. See if we can find the arrow key. and make them turn in here like this. That would be pretty cool. We can try and make this all one way. Let's give it a try. And we'll put the exit sign before the arrow. There we go. That's pretty cool. And then what I'll do is I'll delete this. And we've got any like one-way ones. I could just use this arrow here. Have that as the exit. That's pretty cool. There we go. So we've got a couple of entrances, a couple of exits. That looks quite nice. And we're going to rinse and repeat and keep doing this until we get a warehouse here and here. Whether we need to change the size of that plot, I don't know. We can do that a little bit later on. What other decals do we have here that we could use? Oh, we've got some little speed ones we can put in. We can make it super slow here. So you can have, look at that, no entry. Love it. That's really cool. Yeah, we can get some like this, no parking strips in here. In areas, I think if you get a big lorry coming in there and you've got a couple of people parking, what a nightmare. Same here. No parking. No parking. And let's go no parking there, so we can have some no parking zones. And we can just put this on just to polish it off. And by no means do these details help in any way, but this is a great little area that we've put together. Let's see what else I could use. We've got a parking sign here. I think we could put one each side. A bit annoying they're different colours, but I'm not really that bothered. And then we could actually grab our parking decal here. What I would like to get is, and I know I've got it saved in my favourites here. Oh, I've got some nice buildings saved here. We can go back and use them a little bit later on. We've got some wood stacks. I think this would be a great thing. Great little addition to add in. Starting to come together. Time to do the fun part now. I think that's starting to really take shape. We're going to go in and lock some of these buildings so that the level doesn't change, the building doesn't change. That way I can put some cool graffiti on them. I can also put some ground decals on as well. If we go in and lock a lot of these first, that should really help. Cool, so let's grab our graffiti now. I think there was some new graffiti available that I saw. I hadn't quite got the mods and downloaded those just yet, but that's something I will do. Which one is it? This one. Here we go. Let's turn on the side of buildings. I don't know why that's going a little bit strange. That's the one I had to turn off. There we go. Oh, I do like this alpha one. It's really bold. I like it. I like it a lot. We're going to do some of these at strange angles as well. It would be good if you could change the size of these. I think that would be quite a cool addition if that's an option we had. Because some of them are just too big. Could get like a little colossal order one on here. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. We've got white buildings like this. Again, great to get some graffiti on these. Oh, nice. Nice, we can go in and just graffiti all of these walls up. Oh, nice. I like that one. And I think it's quite cool that they do go around. Is that a bit messy, or do we leave it? Yeah, I don't like they go around the sides. I think it's good if it just ended the graffiti. We're going to put this one here. We're going to go a bit mad, overlap it. Just going to or pretend here they've gone to town with the graffiti on this one. Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't seen that one before. Don't know if I like that one very much. Now, I am a fan of this one. Get that one on there. Cool, cool, cool. We're going to leave that like that. Oh, that'd be quite cool on the back of there, that dinosaur. Like it a lot. That will match the yellow on the back of the wall there. Yeah, I do like that one. I do like that one a lot. Let's just put a few on here just to finish it off. I like that rat one. That's pretty cool. Cool. That really does look good. Some cool little graffiti. That really stands out. That does look like a proper little storage for our cargo area down there. Oh, I really like that. Let's get the ground details on now, just to add a little bit of texture here. We will be using some of the bigger ones that we have. And we're going to imagine they can access it this way as well. If we can go in and grab our large areas here like this. I don't like that it leaves a square. I'd rather it be, yeah, this one's better. I'd rather it be like this, where it's a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit more sporadic rather than just a square shape that stands out. This kind of merges. You can't see where it starts and where it finishes. So because we can go along now and put this all the way along the back. Doesn't even matter if it overlaps underneath the buildings or even onto our railway lines. I just don't think there that you're really going to see it. Let's get some in our car park as well. That looks good. We are just going to do this all the way along. I really love these. These are probably some of my favorite new decals, new mods that have come out. Just need to be careful that they're not self-deleting as they're overlapping. Nice, that's starting to take shape. That does look really, really cool now. I will go in and put some of these now on. Can I put these on the back of some of the buildings? Okay, make sure we take off the right tool here. This is just some extra unnecessary detailing, but part of the game that I do really, really enjoy. I like that feel of making something realistic. God, I wish they'd hold their rotation as I place them. From building to building, it would save me so much time. Okay, I think that looks brilliant. Look at that, that's a finished article. That looks fantastic. Took a long time, but I would say that was well worth it. We've got all the little props in back here, all the little assets, our little car park. We put our decals on the floor, a little staining, along with our graffiti. I think that looks brilliant. I really do like that. So let's go in, get the rest of our industrial area finished up. We might put some little offices and commercial spreading along there, but once that's done, and hopefully it looks brilliant, we'll go in and give you a little early cinematic before we finish the rest of our development of our low and medium density buildings here. Industrial area that's taken shape here. I have been deleting a few of these buildings with the chimneys and the smoke going everywhere, so hopefully we'll continue to get some warehouses instead of the smokestacks, but it's just going to be a rinse and repeat job on that one. We will go in, take out all the trees here, put some bushes and trees, and just blend it into the rest of our city really. That's our industrial area complete. I'm really happy with how that looks. We've only got 2 smokestacks. We have been going in and just demolishing these, and most of them we've managed to get some warehouses, so that's been pretty good. I have had to go in and put in some of our assets here again, our little decals that we've got, because for some reason some of them would either disappear or I'd put one in, another would go. So you do have to be a little bit careful when you're overlapping it. But all in all, I think that is starting to look like a really good industrial area. Take a look at it from the outside here. I think that looks brilliant. You can see that I've gone in, I've put some commercial and some offices along this main road here, and just on the outskirts here as well, just to provide some different shops and some different buildings, just to mix up the look a little bit. But that is a great little area, and what we're going to go and do now is put a district around this. And that's Hawthorne End. Again, if you've got some better names, let me know. But if we take a click on this district now, a bit jumpy today, that should, once we put these recycling parts on here, that provides nearly 1,000 jobs. So that's really cool. That's brilliant. I don't know if I've seen a train come in here yet. Not sure. But it's obviously filling up the storage. So they put 255 tons in there. So I assume it's getting used. It is costing us 30,000 a month upkeep. So hopefully it's providing something for our city. Here comes a cargo train now. Let's take a look and see if this goes up and then comes back in. Is it able to do that, or will it have to go round? Might have to go round and come in from a different direction. But no, that's pretty cool. I like the bridge that I put in. I like this bridge. Slightly different looks, but I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, I think overall that looks really nice. It took me a little while to do and took us ages to get this in, but I think this looks great running along the train track here. That is really fitting with what you'd typically see in an industrial area. So yeah, really stoked with that. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and again, hopefully gives you some inspiration to do your own build and put that together. So that's really cool. And this is probably going to be my screenshot or my thumbnail screenshot I'm going to take for my thumbnail. So yeah, but it does really highlight the good work that we've done and that we've put together. I might even zoom in a little bit closer like this. This does look really cool. We've built up our industrial area and provided another 1,000 jobs for the city. We're going to go in and put in our low/medium housing area here just to fill in this area. The plan is to put some medium density along this main road, and then the rest will be filled out with some low density housing. So let's go in and get that road set up done now. that's our road network down there. We're going to go in and put some row housing along here. We'll probably make it 4x1 both sides. I might even try and include some 1x6 here. See if we go back to our new buildings that we've got here from Washi that you saw in the last episode. We've got some different buildings we can put in here. We've got a school. We've got smaller firehouses there. These are 4 row housing districts, so we can perhaps squeeze some in. So I actually think my only other one is there, so it'd be quite nice to have some along this main high street. If we get snapping on here, I would love to have them on the corner here. So we've got a fire there and our police one, exactly the same building. Do you want to let me snap it to this side? And our police there. That looks pretty cool. We can have the 2 main buildings there. Let's go over to our medical now. We can get medical row clinic in here. Nice. And then we can also squeeze in. If we go to our education, what have we got in terms of row housing? We've got school in row building. We've got high school in row building. Yeah, so we've got some of those. We can definitely put some of those in. I think I might go for, there we go, 2 high schools. So I think we might need some more of them. And then we've got row colleges, we do, but these are 8x8. That's actually okay. We could get an 8x8 college in there. If I put that in the middle, then we can get our row house in. Or do I attach this to the side? How does that look? Does that look like all one area now? Not quite, but I'm going to leave that like this. This is our little high school slash college area. It's going to be our educational area basically. So we're going to leave that like that. I don't know if I'm going to put that road across there. I might just leave that as it is. We can go in and get a park area in here. Let's see what parks we've got available. We've got small tennis courts. We've got some basketball courts out the back here. There's not quite enough room to fit some of those in. What other sports parks have we got? Well, I've got a large playground. That is huge. Oh, that does fit in there very nicely. I like that. What does that give us? Free outdoor recreation. Now that is a large city park. That's pretty cool. Let's put it in and see what it looks like. Yeah, I really like that. We're going to put some more row housing in either side here and maybe put some greenery in and try and hide these sort of unclean finished lines that we've got. Okay, so that's a great addition there. We'll make this all green as well. We'll drag across this and fill this out when we do the detailing a little bit later on. But let's go in and put the rest of our row housing in here. I would like to get though, let's do some normal row housing in first. So we can go 4 on that. And then, oh, hello. Oh, my mouse got stuck. All right, we'll fill it out and then we'll go again. There we go. And any that aren't, oh, why does it do that? I hate when it does that. We're going to have to delete this whole column. Let's go in. And let's make this a 4. Yep, that's better. And then we can make that 4 there. And hopefully now it's just a case of, yep, there we go. That's our row house and in that side. We're going to rinse and repeat all the way down here. I would like to mix in, maybe in the middle here, we're going to see if we can get some of our, if we go back to this one here, go back to our, I worked out that we have to get the office ones here that they have to be mixed. So if we go 4 there, they're starting to build. Lovely. We're going to get a chance to see what those look like. 4 there as well. We'll get those commercial ones in on the row housing, and then the rest we're just going to get normal row housing all the way down. Well, we're starting to get a lot more medium density demand now, which is very promising for the rest of our build. I feel like that industrial area that we put in has really helped. Good. Then we'll layer this up the same going down the back. I don't like that we've got a bit of a gap there. We might put a park in there or something, some green area. And again, we'll leave this area here pretty green too. I think it's nice to have some green areas in, and then we'll rinse and repeat with the deleting. Good, that looks lovely. I would like to as well, up to a point here, have medium density all the way down the back. Again, we're going to go 4 here, 4 here as well, 4 there, and 4 there. And we'll see how those fill in. And then the rest is going to be all low density around the back. So we're trying to sort of gently phase out from our bigger buildings here into our medium density, into our low density housing there. Hopefully we get a nice layering effect. I will. Oh, this has really started to look good. Look how that looks. That looks brilliant. You've got our little shops along here. Some of these are offices. I can't quite tell which ones, but that looks fantastic. I think those are offices just there, and that looks brilliant. That is really starting to look good. Some of these that look a bit samey, I'll take those out, put some trees in, maybe put some different buildings in there. So like these ones are quite similar. So we'll get little pockets of houses, little pockets of commercial. I think that will start to look really good. Right, so let's go in now and get some of our low density housing in now. We're pretty much just going to slap this down. We're not going to be too funny with a lot of this. To look really good. We did put in here a row of commercial and some offices just along this main road here. I think that's really fitting in with the rest of our little village here. I think that's great to have that on the main road, so all these little houses have easy access to the shops, to the main high or to the main high street of their local residential area. So that's pretty cool. And in a way I quite like here that these are all matching. That's quite cool. It does look pretty good. And we're going to go in now and put in some parks and recreational areas. A few of these houses as a result might go, and then we need to put some of our vegetation in, and that's going to start to look really cool. And I quite like that these row houses here are different to the row houses we've got there. That's quite nice in a way. Looks like some companies come in and built a residential area and just put tons of row housing in back to back and provided housing that way, and it's just a company that's built them separately to all of these, maybe what would be government warehouse that would be actually row housing built by the council. So yeah, that does look really nice. I quite like that park in here. We do need to touch up these edges, which we're going to do once we've got in the parks as well. So let's take a look at what we've got here. As some of you know, I'm a big fan of the old sports activities. So if we can, I would like to get in a basketball court or something of that nature. This seems like a good place to have one. We can maybe put some decorations in around the side as well. How does that fit? That just about fits in. It overlaps a bit with that, but anarchy means we can put that in there. That looks pretty cool. What I might do so that this doesn't change is actually lock that, because that's quite a nice fit in there, that basketball court. And let's have a look, see what else we've got available. No point even looking at the large sport parks. We've got a skate park. I don't actually have a skate park anywhere in my town. I could fit one in there. Perfect little skate park. That looks pretty sweet. Is it worth putting, do I have a small park that I can fit in next to that? Yep, let's put that in there alongside that. That looks pretty sweet. That's providing lots of recreation for our local town here. Let's go in and put a district around this. Again, that's connected up nice. Sunnyside Bluff. That has 590 households, 300 employees. How that is at the moment, that does look pretty cool. We're going to go in, just touch this area up here. Nice, that's cool. So that gives us a nice little green area here. I might even put a hedge around all of this just to touch it up a little bit. Again, we're going to connect this up, make it look like it's all one area. There, nice. That looks like all one place now. I might put in the signature palm trees. Yep, so let's go in and grab our hedge now. Let's go for this low hedge. Yeah, got that connected up. That looks pretty cool. We've hopefully made that all look like one plot there. Let's go in and grab our pine trees, and not pine trees, spruce trees are the ones that I like. There, that looks pretty cool. I like the look of that. And I think the spruce trees, because it's quite different to what we've got for the rest of the city in terms of just covering the area, I think that looks really nice. It does make it stand out. It makes it look like that's all one part. That's the college ground there. So cool. That does look really sweet. So let's go in and get some trees in around the rest of this here. We're going to use our spruce trees again on this section. There we go, that's Sunnyside Bluff finished. I really like how that is looking. Goes from our medium row housing into our low density, and hopefully it's got that layering effect. We've got a few shops, our main buildings here, and then it filters down into our medium row house in here, and then our low density row house in there. We've got a few parks, and yeah, I think that looks like a really nice neighborhood to go and live in. And then they've got easy access to this industrial area that we've put together here, and I think that looks quite nice out the back of our house and area there. We provided over 1,000 people in this little city here, in this little town, and it provides nearly 400 jobs as well. Average wealth is wealthy, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I think we'll wrap that up there for today. I think that's looking really, really good. We're nearly up to 15,000 population, and you can see here that I think we've got a lot of our demand that we had zoned in has already come in, so that's great. So next episode we're going to go in, hopefully we're going to get near level 10, and then we can start putting in our high density office demand as well, and that should really fill out this area. What we would like to do though, because I hate these just blank green areas that we got here, so if we go from looking at this and come across here to this area, you can see this has a lot more character. So putting the vegetation in, giving our city its own style with what vegetation we use and how we use it, I think does really add a good effect here. You can see we've continued that theme across here, we've kept it consistent, and this does all look like one area, almost like it merges into one rather than lots of separate little blocks. So I'm really starting to like how that's looking. That'd be good next episode if we can start to build this out here in this area and start to give that a lot more vegetation. That would be really, really good, and start to hopefully bring out the character of our, what will be our capital city. So yeah, thanks for joining again, guys. Please comment below if you like it, what bits you like, what you would like to see, if anything different you would like me to implement. Please let me know below. I mean, I'd like to have a lot of your input, and I would like you to have your input on the city so that we can make the changes together. So thanks for joining me. It's been a pleasure as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.